Listening to the Full Circle.
Zakes Bantwini is joining me in studio today, aka Zakhele Madida. I'm sure when you get called by your government, you can sit this side.
Yes,
it's okay,
yes.
I'm sure when you get called by your government name in these settings,
Yes.
it's like, huh? Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, but maybe because I'm used to being called by government name at home. Kuba ngcono, you know. So I'm always around people who call me Zakhele vele.
Yeah.
Like most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the day I'm around people who call me Zakes Bantwini, I should know that something is wrong.
You're in the wrong company.
Yeah, something is wrong.
Are you good?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
I think I spoke to you briefly in the build up to the Grammys.
Yes.
On the phone, but face to face. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On a beautiful journey.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
Yeah?
no, it's been such a beautiful one, I must say. Yeah, and
Right?
it was such a beautiful. It's such a. I'm enjoying every moment of it, and I'm wishing this moment for every artist, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful one.
What does that feel like, Zakes? Because you've been at it for what? 2 decades?
Yeah.
2 decades and a bit?
I'm going for the second decade. Yeah, since 2000, first up. Yeah, 2000 since 2006 professionally.
Shoo.
Yeah.
In 2006, you've had incredible success. Hit after hit for yourself, collaborations that you've had with other
Yeah.
people, married an incredible woman,
Yeah.
your crush,
Yes.
family life is thriving.
Yes.
But at this stage, to be at, I don't even know what some seem as an insurmountable pinnacle, because you've
Yes.
had success.
Yes,
You
yes,
know
yes.
what success looks
Yes,
like. Your
yes.
career has been
Of course,
successful.
yes.
But at this stage, to have this, what does
Yeah.
that feel like?
You know, it came at the right time.
Yeah.
You know, it really came at the right time. I'm actually thinking to myself, like, if I got a Grammy when I was 30 years old, I wonder what I was going to do. Like, it came at the right time. You know, I sometimes reach out to artists,
Yeah.
to some artists, and they would be surprised that I'm reaching out to them. Like, hey man, I love what you do. I want us to work. And I think it because I understand the industry so much that it needs people. You know, and that every moment it's everybody's moment. It's not yours alone. But I've learned that over time. So that's why I'm a fan of the industry, and I'm a fan of people who are doing amazing things. Like, I'm thinking, like, if I had this success as 20. Probably I would think I don't have. Everybody needs to call me.
Yeah.
And everybody needs to answer my call.
Yeah.
And everybody needs to respond to my texts and stuff like that. And Nana, right now I'm content. I can call a person 3, 4, 5 times. They don't get back. I'll leave a text, be like, yo, I'm trying to reach you.
Yeah.
Even though I understand where I am in terms of like my success, but I'm still humble enough to know that I need people.
I love that sentiment of needing people, and it reminds me similarly a conversation I had years ago with Naomi Campbell when she was here for Global Citizen.
Yeah.
And she was like, one of the teachings that Madiba taught her was like, always know that you need people.
You need people, yeah.
And always beat on doors, and people can always either say yes or no.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you're Naomi
Yeah.
Campbell or Zakes Bantwini.
Yeah, I mean, there's this executive. I've been trying to call this executive for 4 weeks now. You know, this
Yeah.
one time she answered my call. Yeah, okay, cool, let's just meet. And in Cape Town, I was in Cape Town, and when I got to Cape Town, I called, and she didn't answer till this day. You know, but I'm still gonna keep knocking, you know. But I think maybe the young army would be like, man, come on, I don't need you, you know. But I understand that you know, that just I'm in my own journey, and my journey needs her right now. I don't need her forever,
Yeah.
but my journey needs her right now. So however she wants me to sweat to get her to sit down with me, I'll do that. But by the time I get what I want, you know, I'll then move
Yeah.
to the next level. But what I will not do is that if she feels that she needs me more, I will answer the call. I wouldn't be like, you remember what you did.
Yes.
I will do that. So I'm actually just saying this because I know there's so many people who've achieved or have taste of success, and immediately as you've got that contract and you know, you've been appointed to do this thing and do that, and then suddenly you feel like everybody now must bow, or everybody must answer your call immediately, and you just don't have time for people. You know, I don't need that particular. You know, because perhaps you've just got a contract of 40 million. I came paid. You know, it might take a while, but I came paid, and people will remind you. Like, hey, you remember? You remember? Yeah. So I think this moment just came at the right time for me. I understand where I am right now. I'm very, very, very content. So with all this noise and everything, it's not like I don't understand. It's not like I can't see it. Like I can see what Zakes Bantwini in any room means, and what kind of conversation I'm having. And you know, I'm saying, I have this executive who's not answering my calls, but I've got so many executives who want to have a dinner with me. So you know, so it's like, man, I'm in a journey, and it's a beautiful one though. I'm loving it.
Hopefully she's listening and she gets a little tinge of
I hope so. I hope so, because because she's gonna be, because she's no, I'm not shading. I'm not shading. I'm gonna be shady. I'm telling you, if you're listening. Anyways, yeah.
We got a multi-award-winning musician and, of course, a businessman, Zakes Bantwini, joining us in studio today for a quick catch-up. To what he was saying, we were going to call him because he's just here for a few moments, but he decided to come to us, and we greatly appreciate that indeed. So you formed your first record label, your final year of school, and it's been a long journey since then. From a business perspective, especially, what have been some of those learnings for you from the business element of this?
I think it actually culminates to this moment right now. You know, I've always been a music executive. I think I entered the industry as a music executive. I remember people saying to me, like, this guy is a Elvovo's protege. Meanwhile, he was my artist, you know. So with the discovery, I got Elvovo and so many stuff that I've done. So and then I went to Sony to as an executive of A&R at Sony. Then because I have a qualification in jazz and popular music from UKZN, and then I went to study social entrepreneurship at Gibbs, Kenya Institute of Business Science, obviously for social change, because I think I love really working with people, and I think that qualification has brought about where I am right now, because it's like, you know, when I remember that moment when I won a Grammy, and then we won a Grammy, and we discussed that if we happen to win, everybody would have an opportunity to say something, you know, and to myself, because I hadn't planned that what I was going to say. So when it was my moment, and something that came to me was like, this moment is not yours. So that's why I ended up like, I didn't actually thank myself for working hard, or even my team. I just said, this moment, it is a true reflection of if you have a dream, and that every dream is valid. Because I felt like that moment is everybody's moment. And I feel like if I have this big platform and I'm only going to talk about myself, let me rather take this moment and tell every kid in the village that, hey, man, it's possible for you to come through. And I think that's really where my life is. I think it's also the reason why, I mean, I'm doing a show in Cape Town which is called Abantu. And Abantu, it's really about us as a people. Like, I feel like most of the issues and the problems that we have in South Africa is that we don't like each other. We don't like each other. No matter how many policies you can have so many policies, but you'll have corporate South Africa and government employees having ways of how to make sure that policy doesn't speak to what they're trying to do, because to them it doesn't mean and doesn't speak to anything, because for as long as it's not affecting them directly. And I felt like as South Africans, it's because we don't know each other. You don't work with someone you don't like. I mean, I've met so many business people who say, I only work with people that I like. So when you don't like each other, you can never work on anything else. And as South Africans, I think our problem is that we don't like each other, and we don't like each other because we don't hang with each other. You know, you don't see a black person in a deep Stellenbosch, and you don't see a white person in Soweto, and these people, you only see them if it's a rugby game, and those who are fuel enough for them to be in a rugby game, or those who love soccer. So, but we don't have social settings, you know, and my show, so Abantu, was like, I think when we do a show, that is because for me, I hate this word segmentation. I know marketers love segmentations, but for me, it's a new segregation. You're segmenting people based on who they are. It's like calling PR, because PR was propaganda, so it was propaganda. So it's like this segmentation is actually segregation. You are segregating people, but you call it market segmentation, and it sounds beautiful. It's market segmentation. We're doing a show with no segmentation. It's a show for everybody. It's not for blacks. It's not for white. For everyone. We're doing it on the 28th of February. So that record company is a culmination of where I am today.
All right. He took the long-winded way around
to get to land.
To get to the landing
because
part.
I can see we're going for half past.
And that time we are going for half past.
Before you chase me out.
And I'm going to, as I run out of time. You've just launched IMG Africa, right?
Yes.
Is it a subsidiary of IMG, as we know it, IMG Management Global?
No, it's not. It's straight independent. But we've yet launched a new one called Aline.
Okay.
Aline Agency. We have our partners. Arena as a partners in the business. So we've launched that. It's responsible for Zakes Bantwini, for Nomcebo Zigote, and also for Poiti.
Okay.
And we are looking at not only representing artists as in like musicians, but we want to represent everybody who's in the industry. Who's in the industry, and we want to be able to scale in any talent globally, because we felt like people, when they get success in South Africa, and once they go overseas, then you have a new agency which actually doesn't understand who you are, and then you'll be like, hey, that particular person was promising, and then went overseas and something just went flat. This is because some managers overseas, they might actually do not understand your DNA, and we want an agency that will be able to represent you wherever you will be your career in the world. Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I'm told that we are still waiting on Mrs. Baloy to just make her way through here. So we're going to steal another 5 minutes with Zakes Bantwini. Let's take a quick break for the headline news, and then we'll come back.
Listening to The Full Circle.